Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Michelle with Fun in Key West, and it's Tasty Tuesday. So, we always like to talk about yummy food that you can find in Key West because I think I said this a lot of times. For a 2x4 island, there are a ton of food options. There's over 300 bars and restaurants. And if you plan on trying all of them, good luck. Let me know how you do. But I like to break some of them down for you on, what kind of food they offer. So today we're talking all Cuban sandwiches. So let first and foremost, let's set the ground rules. What is a Cuban sandwich? If you've not been to Southern Florida or explored or even attempted to try a Cuban sandwich, let me give you a little bit of background of what's in it. It's First and foremost, it's about the bread. It's Cuban bread. It's not a French baguette. It's not an Italian loaf. This is bread that from my mom was a researcher of breads, and so she used to tell me all the background and the history about bread. And Cuban bread specifically used lard originally. Not sure if it still does or not, but that's what gave it its chew and its texture, according to my mom. But first and foremost, like I said, you start off with the bread. And then on that bread, you're going to layer meat. We're talking lots of meat. You're going to have ham. You're going to have slow roasted pork. You're going to have Swiss cheese, pickles, and mustard, specifically yellow mustard. Then you're going to put all that together and you're going to put it into a panini press or some sort of press it and grill it, and then serve it. Most places, you're going to want to share these sandwiches because they are large, but that sets the ground rules. That is a Cuban sandwich. And then you can order it with a cafe con leche, and maybe a side order of black beans, whatever you want to do. But let's dig right into before I do that, just like any sandwich, there's the traditional sandwich. So there's the Cuban traditional, like I just outlined. But there's also in Key West what's called the Key West Cuban mix. And this does, because the traditional Cuban sandwich does not have lettuce, does not have tomatoes, and does not have mayonnaise. But the Key West version, a lot of times, will add the lettuce, the tomatoes, sometimes some onions, and salami. Yep, another meat. So, and sometimes, depending on where you're at, they might add some mayo. So, now that we've kind of set the ground rules of okay, this is what a Cuban sandwich is, let's see, kind of without no particular order, who has the best Cuban sandwich in Key West. So, starting off, Kim's Cuban. This is a place over on North Roosevelt, so it's not in Old Town. It's over on North Roosevelt. They offer great service, great family place. They do offer free delivery, so check them out. Here's an inside tip. Have them add their house-made chipotle sauce if you want a little extra zip or zing. See what you can come up with there. Next, number two, Five Brothers. This is like the neighborhood joint. This is where the locals go to hang out. It's a Cuban grocery store with that deli counter, and they also have both styles of sandwiches. So they offer the traditional and the Key West mix. It's over on Southern, so check them out. And keep in mind, you could grab some of these sandwiches, get yourself a nice lunch packed up, and head over to, Fort Zac. Enjoy the day, enjoy sunset. I digress. Okay, number three, Anna's Cuban Cafe. This is the home of the spicy and fiery Cuban. So here's a third version. So they had pickled jalapeños and habanero mayo. And Grant, hey, great to see you. You live across the street from Fry Brothers. I bet you can attest to that's a great place for sandwiches. Anna's Cuban Cafe still offers the traditional. Most everybody does. I mean, who's going to mess up with the classic, right? They do offer outside seating, so if it's not incredibly hot, you can plan to sit outside and enjoy your sandwich. And they're over on South Street. Fourth is Cuban Coffee Queen. Now, Cuban Coffee Queen, we know, is known for their coffee. I go in there in the morning, I have my cafe con leche. I grab a Key Wester. I usually split that sandwich with my husband, not the coffee, but the sandwich. But they also have 3 locations, so you can get your fix just about anywhere on island. But they offer a Cuban Queen mix. So if you're keeping count, that's a 4th version. So they add chicken instead of pork. A little different version, a little cool thing, huh? Number 5, Key West Cuban Coffee Shop. It's over on Truman. These sandwiches are large, so be prepared to share. Let's see. And Mr. Coffee is saying hello. Number 6, Frida's Cuban Burger. This place is on the side street there off of Duval, so it's centrally located. And its origins in this place stem from the 1930s Cuban street food. So they have the traditional Cuban, but they also have a white Cuban. So it's chicken and turkey and the Swiss cheese, your pickles, Alabama white barbecue sauce. I think you're going to have to try that one. While you're there, grab a milkshake. I'm telling you, you will crave those. So Frida's, great place to hang out for lunch and dinner, especially if you've been on Duval for a little while. Number 7, El Siboney. They have 2 locations, one on Catherine Street, which is in the heart of Old Town, and then if you're over on Stock Island, they have one over there. And they offer the Cuban mix, plus all kinds of great Cuban food, so you can kind of expand out your palette of tasting. A tradition since 1954 is Sandy's Cafe, and this is according to their website and according to anybody that you talk to, they have an award-winning Cuban sandwich. So they offer a Cuban mix, and on their Cuban mix, they have the traditional, but they also have the Cuban mix. So that's the ham, the pork, salami, Swiss cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickles, mayo, and then the mustard. So I've listed off 8 places. I know that there's a ton of other places in town that offer great Cuban sandwiches. But did I hit your favorite? Did I miss one? Drop in the comments below. Hey, Michele, you totally missed the boat on this one. This is the one that you need to go to. Or, hey, nailed it. These are the ones I recommend everybody that comes to town try. It's Tasty Tuesday. So head over to FunInKeyWest.com. And over there, you're going to find lots of information, like tons and tons and tons of information. But I have lots of recommendations on where to eat. I also have island-inspired recipes. So recipes that either cocktails or food or desserts that remind me of Key West, so that when you get home, you can take standard, ingredients that you can get at most grocery stores and recreate that vibe, that feeling of Key West when you get home. Be sure to grab our happy hour list over there. That gets you on the newsletter, and I try my darndest to get newsletters out every Friday. Gives you an overview and a recap of what we talk about during the week, but also links to anything that's going on in Key West, including our calendar of events and anything else that I've added new to the website. Now, stay tuned, because if you sign up for that happy hour and get on our newsletter list, that's probably going to get you, and it will get you, into something that I'm going to launch come January. So it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be so Key West centric that you're going to love it. So get over there, sign up, say, Michele, I'm in, count me in, and I'm so prepared and ready to see what you have launching in January. In the meantime, it's Tuesday. Let me know, did I hit the mark? Did I do it right on the Cuban sandwiches? Second, if you're preparing anything at home that reminds you of Key West, drop me a pic in the comments. Share it. Tell us what you made. If you just have questions about Key West or trying to get to Key West, or just, hey, what should I do? Send me a DM.